Welcome back to Amazing Life. We left off with you guys last night at the end of section 7, and it had been a long day. So we were on the trail for about 10 to 11 hours, something like that, and we actually skipped about 30 miles of the trail.
And David, what happened when you skipped that 30 miles of trail? Where was Craig?
He waited.
Due to his lack of communication abilities, he was unable to receive my inReach messages that I had sent over and over saying, go to Tinsley.
So he waited.
So he sat and waited.
3 hours.
That's the kind of people I roll with.
But I was kind enough to figure it out that maybe I should find cell service so I could get David's text.
So this is not exactly the idyllic.
This is not out on the BDR.
This is not the BDR. So, but it was a nice place to sleep. We're here, and now we're on our way out. Welcome to section 6 of the BDR, the Wyoming BDR, and we're ready to get on the trail. You guys ready?
Let's rock and roll.
We're
Let's
ready.
do it.
I think it's about 20 miles of pavement first.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So we're just leaving Tinsley, and the beginning of section 6 from the north is quite a few miles of pavement, and the speed limit is 70, and that's incredible. So on a motorcycle, that's gonna be a lot of fun, but you know, pretty cool. So beautiful landscape, but it is some pavement, so kind of be ready for that airing down wise. We're not going to air down until we finally hit dirt up in the area up ahead, so that way we can pick up some miles, and hopefully we will have a little easier day to day. We'll see, but the landscape is gorgeous, so enjoy the ride. Yeah, I want to get on dirt.
Something happens to you the longer you stay on the road. The road shifts to being your friend versus your adversary. We had already been traveling for more than a week prior to starting the BDR, and now it was really starting to sink in the miles we had ahead of us and the soulful feel that alone in Wyoming brings you. You go hours without seeing another vehicle, and it really does allow you to imagine what it might have been like going across the Wild West on a horse, perhaps one without a name. It's hard to hurry when you're in a land that makes you feel so small. So we just traveled on, watching the colors of landscape change before us. We had to stop and watch the hawks utilize the thermals to effortlessly gain altitude. So cool to watch.
Well, we just got off the Red Gulch section, and it was absolutely gorgeous through there. And then we've dropped in, and we just hit a bit of pavement, but now we're back on dirt again. So it's a really pleasant, fast moving.
We got the Jeep way from the sheriff.
Nice. It's fast moving, so you can, I mean, on a motorcycle you can really move on. Be careful, we just passed the sheriff, so there's that. But even on a Jeep you can move pretty much however speed you want, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour if you need to. So we're now just heading toward Norwood River Canyon, and it's looking like it's going to be spectacular. So beautiful red hills, just gorgeous. Hey Craig, you about ready to get some lunch?
Yeah, I think anytime we can find a decent spot to pull over, I'd be happy to stop.
Sounds good. Yeah, we've got this Norwood Canyon coming up. I think it might be a nice place. It's a beautiful area right through here.
Olive? Yeah, it's just, I love the West, man.
Look at that.
I know.
It's gorgeous.
Around every turn.
I just want to fly the drone all the time.
I know. I think I've seen like every angle of beauty, and then we turn, and then there's more.
I know. And the colors of the grasses change. Like these are like a yellowish green, and then the others are deeper green.
Yes, I saw some old palings back there. I wonder what they were mining.
Oh, I missed that. No, I didn't see that.
It's all subtle, but when you've been in the West for a while, you start seeing all those kinds of signs from old mines that were done like 100 years ago.
If you watched our last episode of Section 7, you're going to see a completely different terrain, and from a timing standpoint, you really need, my personal opinion, in a Jeep, I would include 2 full days for Section 7 so that you can actually stop, enjoy, look at the vistas, because it's a mountain range. If you haven't seen that episode, I'll put it up right here. But this land that we're going through right now is still just as gorgeous, but the roads are far smoother. You can make a lot better time. So just kind of keep that in mind in your planning. So Section 7 really deserves, I think, 2 full days to explore it fully. Section 6, I think we're going to be able to do really well to get through all of this and still have the time to enjoy it the way we want to. So, don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nice flat spot underneath that tree, stream in the background. Good place for lunch.
Pictures, and then we'll put it all away. Tasted so good.
Yeah. Yeah, food when you're camping or food when you're out on the water on a boat. Always tastes great.
Well, that was just a really nice lunch that we had in the shade by a creek, which, you know, there's not as much water up here, so when you find it, it's kind of a bonus. So that was No Wood River Canyon that we just went through. That was really pretty. That whole slab was just a piece of granite. It's just amazing to think about just how much granite that is. That's just crazy. So.
And then water carved through it.
And then, yeah, and the whole reason that it exists is because water carved through it. So that's pretty impressive as well. It's amazing how powerful water can be. Yeah, we're just kind of maneuvering our way through. This is, again, just really nice gravel road in the middle of nowhere. Did we have anyone pass the entire time we were there?
The Postal Service.
That's funny. We were there for lunch for about an hour, and the entire time that we were there, one postal vehicle passed us. That was it. So yeah, when they say it's the remotest that any of the BDRs, they mean it. So pretty cool. All right, well, we're gonna continue on. So luckily the light wasn't flashing, so we're not going to die. Apparently there's a gas production facility down here, and so they've got warning signs probably on both sides of this road stating poisonous gas available, and I think it's propane, but I'm not positive. We're just coming into the Lost Cabin town, and I guess we're kind of curious to see if the cabin is still lost or whether we can find it.
I think this is a ghost town.
Maybe a little bit of a ghost town.
No, I think all of this is fake.
Well, this is not.
Lost Cabin gas plant.
It's certainly a modern day ghost town, I guess. Well, and that's all there is to see of Lost Cabin Town. So we're gonna mosey on. We've been on the road on pavement now for, I don't know, a couple miles. And so now we've got a speed limit of 55, and we're making really good time today. So for you guys coming from south to north, be prepared for a complete shift in pace when you hit section 7. So section 6 has been really nice, easy driving, and be very easy on a motorcycle as well. So. General store. General store is very closed. It is closed.
So do what now? Dead end?
Yeah, so there's nowhere to go. So.
That your store looks closed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find shade.
You go this way.
All right, so we made a quick stop to air up here at Lysite, and there's a bunch of like really old buildings. Like there's a library behind me, old library, and there's a post office down the road, and kind of neat, some like neat stuff. It's all just kind of in ruin. It's not really preserved in any way. But anyway, we're airing up because I think we're going to be on quite a bit of pavement for a little while here. We're going to head up to Shoshoni, and then, down to Shoshoni. But then from Shoshoni, I think we're going to go up to what's called Thermopolis. And they got some hot springs there. I think that would feel really nice. So I think we're going to do that next. So here we go. Just wanted to point out the numerous colors of Wyoming mud and poo. So there's a few cow patties flung in for color.
Just getting a nice shade of brown on the green Jeep.
When the Shoshoni and Arapaho tribes made the negotiated treaty with the U.S. government for this land, part of the requirement was that the hot springs would always be made available to the public for free. In true U.S. fashion, it is free, but has quite limited hours. This is the public free access, which shuts down at 4 p.m., and of course we arrived at 4:10. So we had to go to the paid version that was still within the state park.
Oh, this is nice.
It's cooler than outside.
Yeah.
And the sun is hot. Yeah. I think this place may have last been renovated in the 70s, but it's cool. All right, so I have to admit the mineral pool is amazing.
Dave, you got to jump off the top.
I can do that.
I want you to note that that little girl's about 4.
It says you can't dive,
Yeah.
so it's just going to be a jump. Okay?
Yeah, no diving allowed.
Look at that splash.
Leave some water in the pool, okay? You right?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, that's a long way down.
Oh, he's getting scared.
Just went for it.
He's getting scared. Here it goes.
Well, that was a fantastic visit to Thermopolis. After being on the trail, for me, any amount of time, it's always great to find some mineral hot springs. Those were amazing. So we're now heading. We're going to be getting off into BLM land up here shortly, and we're going to find a place to camp up, hopefully on the mountain area, about 1,000 foot higher than where we're at right now. So that's where we're heading now. We're about to, we'll be getting off the paved road here pretty soon, and hopefully we have a very well anticipated steak dinner in store tonight. So keep with us. After failing miserably to find available BLM land to camp at around Thermopolis, we headed back south towards Shoshoni and stopped off at one of the 2 campgrounds located in the canyon between the 2 cities. Now, although they're close to the highway, the sounds died quickly as darkness prevailed. Sometimes it's not where you pitch your tent, but who you pitch it with. Tonight was one of those nights. Dump it.
Yep. Maybe even 2 mats.
Alright.
So that's for you.
You. This looks delicious.
David's. Let's see.
Whoa. People about fell.
Hard to tell how these things are cooked. Let's see. Well, excellent. Thank you very much. I should have swapped tables, giving you guys the
We're fine.
people at the hotel.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That is insanity. There are so many bugs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did that now.
Well, we're heading out from the campground. I tell you, we did our best to find some BLM land that we could camp on, and you know, we knew we were making some sacrifices, but we loved the time that we spent in the mineral pools, so it made sense to us to kind of push it a little. But we really thought we were going to be able to find BLM land, and there's a lot of BLM land up here. The problem is, it's like all quarantined off by private land all the way around it. So we tried about 3 or 4 different spaces that would have just required, I don't know, a few hundred yards of easement over the private land to get into the BLM, and there were gates everywhere. So even ended up trying to knock on a guy's door that literally I could have thrown a rock and hit BLM, but he wasn't home. So either, you know, we could have camped, or I could have gotten shot. So we didn't get to play that one out. But anyway, we come on down through the canyon, and that is, we stayed at, that campground was beautiful. And I was really worried about there being a lot of noise, road noise, but it really wasn't that bad once you got down into, you know, closer to the river. Honestly, we heard the river more than anything, so
Yeah.
it was nice.
I think traffic really kind of ceased coming from the canyon.
We're heading to Shoshoni now, and we're gonna start section 5 today. And so this is gonna conclude this episode, because this is basically the section 6 episode. And we did skip a little bit of it in order to have time to do the mineral pools, but it was really just a lot more of the red desert type. It was like kind of more of the same, so we decided we would much rather silken pools.
Yes.
So I think that was a good call on our part. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for the next sections that are going to be coming through. We're going to be doing section 5 next, and so that will be the next episode that's released. That's it for now. Until next time, make life amazing.